Season's greetings, everyone. I'm finally gonna react to a interesting show that I've been waiting to do in forever. And I'm the only one that keeps leaving comments to this guy that he always ignore my comments of him not reviewing Gremlins 2, the new batch. Besides doing the top 11 things about Gremlins. Sooner or later, he'll be running out of movies to talk about. And he has no choice but to do my request about reviewing in the sequel to the first film, because the movie's already 30 years old, since 1990, and I was still young back then. But anyways, we're not going to talk about that one, since I already did that one in my last review of that movie. We're going to talk about and react to Nostalgia Critic. So finally, I've been waiting a long time to do this one. I only did like one reaction to the Angry Video Game Nerd. Heard the Battletoads when I first watched this channel. Nearly 10 years now. So now I'm finally going to react to Nostalgia Critic. And what movie is he going to talk about? Well, none other than one of my favorite movies of all time, Pagemaster. But in the beginning, he'll mistaken getting him to do the Moonwalker thing, which I'll get to another time. I'm already hyped up on Sprite Soda, and I'm ready to go and to react to this sucker. I'll give Doug some credit, aka Doug Walker, but now he's just called Nostalgia Critic, and for obvious reasons that he reviews old movies all the time, on the 90s, 2000s, and the century of 2010, and some older, newer movies that were done years ago. You pretty much know this guy since he first started his channel since 2007. And the Chester A. Bum that he becomes before he becomes the usual Nostalgia Critic. Enough lava gagging. Let's get this party started. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm using the Xbox One or controller to get this thing started. So let me just no. Please. I don't want to do this all over again. Hey, critic. Yeah, we love Michael Jackson. Kinda sad he's passed away since 2009. That's not the movie. That's... I have, and I reviewed the video game in Lex Martinez's channel a long time ago. That's Macaulay Culkin, their critic. Hold on, hold on a second. I'm zooming up pretty close, but I need to turn up a little bit higher.
By total lack of memory, you can probably tell this movie didn't exactly leave much of an impact. And why should it? It's boring. Nothing's developed, nothing's structured,
Wait, what?
nothing's anything. It's pretty much just a...
How's it boring?
It's unpleasant, but you forget about it just a few moments later. It was a strange attempt
I
to try to
don't.
get children to
I
read.
actually enjoyed it.
But a botched up delivery. So, let's take a look at why the Pagemaster is not only dull, but why it's really dull.
Come on, I love this movie.
The producer, Ted Turner. God damn it, stop trying to educate us, Ted Turner. You're not
Captain
good at it.
Planet.
The second major problem...
Sorry to interrupt, but... First of all, I freaking love this movie. As a kid. Not to mention there's actually a sequel. Yes, there's a sequel. A PC game from 1996, I'm guessing. Look it on YouTube. I'm not joking. There's actually a Pagemaster sequel that nobody remembers existed. I will not spoil it too much, but what I'll just when the Nostalgia Critic explain the rest. I actually like the title, but the critic just, well, being his usual self, being a pompous buffoon.
The title. I mean, the pagemaster. Even that sounds boring. It sounds like a fake award you give out for a library's employee of the month.
Oh, come
We're not
on.
missing a single day's work. We knight you as the pagemaster. Anyway, we cut to our
Well, that little crap he did there.
named Rich. Oh God, not another Richie Rich movie. There's only so much cocaine I can take in a year.
We'll get to that
His
one
name is
another
Rich
time,
Tyler,
too.
And he's in trouble because he has one of the typical syndromes that every child movie character had in the 90s. He's an A, he's a geek. B, he's a scaredy cat. C, he's socially awkward. Or D, all of the above.
It's
If
all
you
the
guessed D,
above.
I apologize in advance. So as
Yeah.
the credits roll, we see his father is upset because Richard seems to be more occupied with fearful statistics than he is with just being a little kid.
I signed him up for Little League. He drove everybody crazy with statistics about how you can develop tumors from being hit in the head with a ball. Claire, he brought in a medical journal. And now I'm building him a tree house.
Apparently the parents are a little bit...
I don't know. I just want to be a good father.
But I just hate him so much! So to help him overcome his fears, we see his father tries to build Richard a...
I know I'm gonna keep pausing this, but first of all... Oh, it felt like the father almost has... Well, in the word for it... I know he's supposed to have a connection to his son, but you won't be seeing him until they're into the end of the movie. And so, I would not say much about that character, but I know he's trying to get his son's attention to go up a tree, but his kid is very smart and intelligent, which, speaking of...
treehouse. But that doesn't seem to work out very well.
Look, solid as a rock.
Dad, 8% of all household accidents involve ladders. Another 3%.
Wow, I despise him already!
Look at 11%
He's
probability.
like Albert
Look,
Einstein.
kid, you're not Al Gore. Stop throwing numbers around pretending they can hurt you.
Yeah. Ooh! Right in the noggin.
Can't argue with statistics, Dad.
Here's something you can do. Go down to Gutman's hardware store, buy a pound of these.
And stab yourself repeatedly with them.
Dad.
Jeez.
Son, you can't live your
Chill,
life based on statistics.
critic.
Now, come on, buddy. You can do this.
Alright, but if I get sucked into a contrived animated adventure, I'm blaming you. So we see Richard writing to the
Foreshadowing.
hardware store as apparently everything's trying to kill him for some reason.
God is not pleased with you, Culkin. I will smite you before you...
I like how Critic is doing God's voice there.
Getting even with Dad, I'm getting even with you. Good son, goodbye. I got a million. I am God.
Unable to go any
Nice.
further, Richard pulls over to the creepiest library he could find.
Yeah, I remember this part. It shows you know who shows up. And commercial. Because nowadays it always interrupts everything I'm about to react to. This is gonna be a very long video. Knew I should have played that first before I start recording.
Oh, it's this way, sir. You, John. We can no longer dump trash in the woods and wait till the...
Okay, we're back to the video. Don't just hate it when they always play commercials into these videos.
Hello? There better not be anything whimsical in here! He comes across a librarian played by Christopher Lloyd, who tries to get to know him better.
Yeah.
But maybe a little too much.
You're in need of
This is the reason why I watch this movie, because of Christopher Lloyd. Internet.
nights.
Look, all I want is
Adventure, of course.
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
Adventure.
no, that's not it.
Oh, Jesus.
Threats and monsters. Graveyard. Yes.
I need an adult!
It's horror. Boy.
That's funny.
I'm sure of that.
I think we need a Sonic Says right now.
Oh yeah, that classic Sonic Says that's been around since the 90s from that cartoon.
There's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable,
That's no good.
It's your body. No one has the right to touch you if you don't want them to. So what do? You get out of there.
But I don't
Got
want
that
any
right,
worse.
Hedgehog.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I only came in here because of the storm.
You mean you don't need? I see.
That's fine, that's fine. Oh, a little girl. You are looking for adventure.
We'll call the
So
cops on
Richard
him.
stumbles around and finds a ceiling full of images that I'm sure won't be reappearing in this movie. But things suddenly
Yes, they
go
will.
strange, imagine that, as the ceiling starts melting and filling up the room with colorful ooze.
Yeah, colorful paint of wow
Is it
animation.
me, or does this look like the evil opening to Reading Rainbow?
Wow, he's right. It's kind of weird. It cuts to 2D and then
When Richard
3D
wakes up, he sees
CGI.
he's transformed into a comical cartoon puppet. So, really, what's changed?
You are an illustration.
And Christopher Lloyd's
A
voicing him
corporate
too.
tool used by studios to make money. So Toilet Paper Beard reveals himself as the pagemaster, master of the written word.
Maybe you can show me the way out?
The backgrounds look fabulously well done too. Voices are good too. Animation pretty well done too.
Or you can make a left at sci-fi and exit through the door. But it's so less incredible! So he bumps
It's
into a
fantastic.
simply named Adventure, voiced by Patrick Stewart, who really knows how to put the dick in dictionary.
Look,
Huh.
all I want to get
Nice
is out
one.
of here.
Of course you do, matey. We all do. But this is a library, mate. Not everything's as it seems.
For example, the kids section is really the...
Yep, hold on, critic. I like Patrick Stewart, voicing Adventure. He's also my favorite character in the movie. And we haven't got to the other, our main character, in this review yet. Did I forget to mention on this video, we're already almost 7 minutes in, and we haven't got to the spooky stuff yet.
porno section. We get a lot of complaints about that.
Okay, we don't want to hear that, critic.
Named Fantasy, voiced by Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh yeah, I like her.
My Little Mermaid underwear.
Please don't make me think about Whoopi Goldberg's underwear. They try to
Yeah,
help
we
us
don't
out by
want to
showing
hear
plays through the library.
that.
But for the
Or
most
imagine
part, they
it.
just partake in spewing out book-related puns.
I'm a book, honey. I can read.
You fiction.
Oh yeah, the book puns
You know that
too.
short story? I'll have you know, I'm a classic.
A classic misprint.
Hey, if we arrest anybody, we should probably book them. I wonder if Ellen Page is in this movie. Did anybody watch any films with Rex Reed?
Okay, no
If
more.
that's not trying, why should I? So
Or
we
book
also find
puns.
that every time they open a book, creatures, people, and sometimes even locations can pop out of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love this part. Or when he says this. Oh
We
yeah.
escape the dog by entering
Gathering
into the
mouth.
horror section, where all sorts of nasties await.
Are we still in the library?
Aye, lad. The horror section.
It looks pretty scary.
No, you want scary? Stephen King is writing drama again. While they're in the horror section,
Oh
they
please,
come
I think
across another
Slenderman is
confusingly
super
enough
scarier
alien
compared to these ones.
What?
Okay, I love that part. That last part gets me every time when I watch this movie when he screams like a girl. Did I forget to mention he's voiced by Frank Welker, who also did lots of cartoons since 70s, 80s, and 90s, and 2000s. Especially Scooby-Doo.
Horror has a one-man show he's been working out for a while. You should see it. Support his talent, or lack thereof. So they
Yeah.
go inside a mansion where they come across the infamous Dr. Jekyll, played by Leonard Nimoy.
Hello there, Mr.
Doctor.
When are we
Dr.
more?
Spock. So Jekyll shows them around the
Pretty
mansion
sure I
and
know that guy
offers
from
them
other
a
movies.
martini for some reason.
Which I'm about to look up Wikipedia again.
Mad drink. Can I have the olive?
Whoops.
You got me. I was actually trying to give you acid. You see, it turns out I'm quite loopy. Then Jekyll drinks the infamous potion, not
That could kill them.
explaining why, as he slowly turns into the Incredible Hack.
Dr. Jekyll?
And there comes the scariest face and I saw as a kid.
Wait for the reveal.
Woo!
Ah! Who looks like a radioactive ape? Muppet, for some reason.
Evil monkey
So, after
puppet
explaining
thing.
nothing about the character of Jekyll and Hyde, our four heroes escape and find that the exit is actually closer than they expected.
Do you smell it? Breathe it in, mateys.
I farted. Give it a good whiff, boys. So
Oh
they
man,
find a
he's
boat that they use to
crazy.
row their way across the water and finally get out of this fantasy world of annoyance.
I wrote the book on sailing. In fact, I am the book on sailing.
Bugs! Bugs! We like jokes about bugs! On their way across the water,
Yeah.
they come across another famous character of fiction, Captain Ahab.
Did you see it?
See what?
Here comes the best part.
The white whale. Moby Dick.
What the hell? Did Charles Manson suddenly take over the animation?
Yep, and randomly changed to colorfulness to red, black, and halfway blue color. As a kid, it always confused me, but since I'm 29 years old, it makes sense that they made the scene.
You guys have to be a little bit more clever about your lighting schemes. I mean, God isn't just the light man up in the clouds saying, "Ooh, a dramatic moment. There's going to be a red gel for that." So they spot the
Okay,
sperm
that's
whale
clever.
that literally looks like the sperm of a whale. As Ahab
Yeah,
tries
seriously.
to bring the monstrous sea beast down.
Oh, damned whale!
I forgot about the swearing there.
Oh, shit, that did nothing.
And they're
So
dead.
again, one of the great literary characters is just tossed aside without any acknowledgement about why he's a great literary character. Wow, I so want to read about people I know nothing about and stories that have little to no explanation. The fantasy
That's the
horror
movie's
and
running
monster
gag, by the
devoted
way.
to Fisherman Adventure are approached by some scurvy dogs.
We're missing two others, about his size. Did you see him?
He's all the catch we've had today.
I like the design of these pirates. They look pretty interestingly cool.
They are. We just laugh at Raptor. Generic villain henchmen just seem to do that. So they take them to their pirate ship where they get to meet the greatest, meanest pirate of them all.
Long John Silver.
It's a pirate thing. So they're captured by
I could
the
do better
dastardly
than he
captain and are
does.
forced to come with them as they search for treasure on, where else? Treasure Island.
It's,
Hold a second. Okay, probably not the best pirate laughter I can come up. Been practicing lots of interesting laughters. Anyhow, back to these morons. These pirates.
in the middle, by the waterfall. No, it's east, by some broccoli.
Give me that.
Broccoli?
You half-wits, it's west by a tree.
Couldn't they get trapped in a Playboy or something? But fantasy.
Oh yeah, by the way, Long John Silver is voiced by Jim Cummings. Pretty obviously good choice. Anyways,
And horror come to save the day with no explanation about where they've been or how they survived.
Boy, I thought you two were goners.
If you replace the word thought with the word hoped. So there goes another character we've learned nothing about and thus have no interest in reading about. Was that their strategy? Going around to children and simply saying, "Hey kids, if you think books are boring, just remember, movies can be boring too." So they then come across
Yeah.
the fantasy section, which, like everything else, is just glanced over. Only this time there's a crappy 90s song to help us out.
hey, that song is awesome, critic. I actually enjoy it, and it
Rightfully forgettable.
Just can't believe he
You'll
doesn't
come across
like
some
it.
famous fantasy characters like Humpty Dumpty, Mother Goose, some flying tampons. Oh, they're fairies.
No,
Okay.
they're
Fairies that look
fairies.
like the novelty plasma balls you can get at Spencer's. Give them a point for creativity.
My sister
Lastly,
has one of
comes
those
the exit.
too.
It's just so close you can practically feel the ending credits roll by.
You have one way
You still have
critic.
one last boring obstacle to overcome.
Shrunk.
No, it's a dragon as he
Honey, I
threatens to
Shrunk Our
gobble
Kids
up our
reference.
protagonists. God, even the dragon is boring. Look at him. He barely moves.
Seriously? That dragon
Do
looks amazing.
Do something!
Do something! Do something!
Do something!
As they climb the mountain,
By the way, he
across
loved
the
using
skeleton of a
Spaceballs a
just
lot
assume
in
get
his
to the
references of
The three books
movies.
try to fight off the very slow-moving dragon, as adventure and fantasy have a very, sporadic scene together.
Don't try to stop me!
Yeah, they animate this for a reason. And so kids can obviously enjoy this
Where did that come from? This isn't the
scene.
erotic section.
How would you like to curl up with a good book?
Alright, give him a point for a funny line. But as Adventure has trouble fighting off the dragon, Richard decides to go grave robbing as he rips the armor off of the dead knight. In fact, I want to know the knight's story. What the fuck happened to him? I bet it's a million times more interesting than this half-assed booking club. So
Oh well, too bad. We're back to our main hero, and easy then.
Well, that was out left field. Oh well, movie over. Ta-ta!
And of course,
He's still alive?
he
How is
lives.
that possible? You're in the belly of a dragon! You lose! He should be Kentucky Fried Colkin right now. What the hell am I missing? Alright, so
That's a good
while
joke there.
in the belly of a dragon, I guess, he comes across some more books because dragons eat books, I guess. I don't know, it's almost over. So
Yeah,
he
they
opens
just
a jag
animate
with a
that
beanstalk,
too.
which leads to a giant plant growing out of the dragon's stomach. See, this is why I should digest my food, instead of leaving it alive to plot and scheme. So they defeat the dragon, sort of, not really.
Yeah.
As they enter the exit that'll finally lead Richard back to the real world. And who should be there but the pagemaster himself? Wait, what?
I know who he is.
Yeah.
He's the guy who did all this to me.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea
Yeah,
what
go
I've
ahead
been
and
through?
say it to
I was
him.
nearly torn apart by a crazy doctor.
That's right.
And that's
Correct.
Being tossed, squashed, and scared practically to death.
Tell that fucker off.
Jeez, chill, critic.
What kind of an adventure would you have had if I brought you here with a turn of the
Also,
page?
language, please.
A very short, non-life-threatening one.
If I had brought you here from the start, you never would have found the courage to face your own fears.
Oh, well, since you put my life in unspeakable horrors, I get...
Okay, it makes total sense. By the way, I did watch this so many times, I had to react to it anyways. Because My Name is Charlie channel did react to this, and that's pretty much it. Not too many people react to this Nostalgia Critic, the Pagemaster video, so this makes me like almost the second person to react to it, or third. I checked. Anyways, we're almost there. We got 2 minutes left.
Yes, it's okay.
And in doing so, you triumph fear, and always.
Yes, like his fear of pirates, fear of whales, fear of scientific monsters. You know, all the things you'll have to battle in real life.
That's me.
Yeah.
That was you.
I'm ready to go home now.
We all are, kid. We all are.
Same here.
Richard's returned back to his three-dimensional self, or as close as three-dimensional you can be, being Macaulay Culkin. As it turns out, the books seem to come with him as well.
Sure, why not?
I'm afraid you can only check out 2.
Look, I need just this one.
Look, just stop going shh, okay? Your creep value is already beyond numbers.
Yeah,
Just
can we just get to the end of the film already?
guy's ass.
So
Heh,
Richard forgets all
creepo.
about his statistics and seems a million
Freak.
times braver than he was before. All because of the magic of reading books. Well, now, wait a minute. How did he get all those statistics before anyway? There wasn't any internet back then. So obviously he had to read books. What the hell? He was already a bookworm. Why would you want to convince someone who does too much reading to read even more? God, this really doesn't make me want to read. It makes me want to hurt people. The only way I can see this movie making any kid want to read is by threatening to play it again if they don't. I mean, the idea is nice, and at times the animation is impressive, but the
Does
movie
look
is just so
amazing.
uninteresting and boringly dull that I think it would actually scare kids away from reading than it would encourage them. And the way it glosses over all those famous literary
Come
characters,
on, I
it's
like
the
this
movie's as
movie.
anxious to see itself end as we are to see
Voice
it end.
acting
Well,
thing's
the
great
only
too.
upside to this movie, as you may have noticed before, is that, fortunately, forgetting about it is a very easy task. I'm a nostalgia critic, guy, remember it? Usually. So you don't have to.
Alright, it's over. Well, if he doesn't like the movie, or most people don't, then what words I can take from him. Also, Bob Choax, or whatever his name is, the first person I actually leave comments to him, and since I did that since 2018, I think the movie is bad too, but like someone I know, from a movie, eventually, I don't give a S word, or at all. I look pretty cool with my Batman hat on. So, I actually like the Pagemaster movie. You know, I just talked about the game that's based off the film. That's a bit more fun compared to the film. The animation's great. Voice acting's pretty good too. And let me think, oh yeah, it's totally worth your time if you like to read certain books and interesting animation all at once. But I kind of don't like how he talks about that song. It just makes me feel a bit cranky at most parts. If he doesn't like the film, then I would say I would forgive him for not liking almost any of my favorite 90s movies. But we'll get to another interesting animated movie that's also wildly animated and well forgotten. And I would just say it'll be worth reacting to. So, like someone I know from a video game, and to end this video off, happy trails to you all. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and reviews, and you pretty much know the rest of it. And those of you who like this reaction I just did, since I'm hyped up on Sprite 8 Soda. Sure, the animators took the longest time to make this movie a bit interesting, really clever. I'll say it's really interestingly good to watch an old 90s film from my childhood. But since the Dodger Craig doesn't like it, I still think it's an interesting film. But before I end this, I still aim for Alex Grady to also react to my other older videos. Also, It's a Wild Crazy Jungle out there because I'm the only person that does it. Nobody else, or do no artwork, fan artwork of my pink-haired hero, ever. Alright, toodles. Well, goodbye.